The Tomb Raider Remastered series has now been out for around 10 months. This video will be specifically focusing on the first, Lara Croft Tomb Raider. As someone who has played this game for decades, it's safe to say the game and its levels are amazing. But the levels aren't all amazingly equal. Without further ado, I present to you Tomb Raider 1 levels ranked worst to best. Let's get going. In at last place, at number 15, it's probably no surprise to anyone, that's right, we have Nass Minds. For the most part, the game of Tomb Raider 1 is of stunning beauty. Why is it then, with Nass Minds, you get the complete opposite? Stuck in a grey cave, with platforms, jumping around, you have no weapons, all while being on the run from 3 goons. One of them has a shotgun and will say cheese! The other is some cowboy. Oh, and let's not forget, Skater Boy. Why does this person even have his own skate park in Nass Minds? It must have been an employee perk. For these reasons, I am placing Nass Minds smack bam at the bottom at number 15. Next up we have Tomb of Toh Hoken. This level for me, I just do not understand. I understand it should be somewhere halfway connecting Sistan and the sort of Egyptian levels. However, it just sort of seems like it's slotted in the middle with no real purpose. It does get some credit though for having the epic duel with Pierre, who does eventually meet his demise. But all in all, for me, the level just seems too linear, going through tunnel to tunnel with no real sense of accomplishing puzzles or deciding your own path. It sort of shows you where to go throughout the whole level. I'm sorry guys, but this level just doesn't do it for me, and that's why I'm placing it at number 14. The next contender is Atlantis. This level probably would have been ranked lower if it wasn't for the unique and individual mechanic of the doppelganger Lara. Another cool aspect of this level that I like is you can actually see yourself progressing higher through the pyramid at different intervals through the game. That way you know you're actually making progress through the level. However, for me, the sheer volume of enemies and the actual length of the level takes away from more of the cool aspects to it. For these reasons, I'm going to have to place this level in at number 13. Up next at number 12 we have the Great Pyramid. Now I just want to make sure I am not detracting from the most epic boss fight in the whole of gaming history. That massive Atlantean on that massive platform at the top of a pyramid is an amazing idea. It's absolutely epic. It carries the whole of the rest of the level, where for most of it you run through a shaking screen, avoiding traps and boulders, and to me it just feels like an extension of Atlantis. Again, there is excellent closure on how this level ends when you finally defeat Jacqueline Natler. This was a hard one for me, but all in all I give this a rating at number 12. In at number 11, that's right, we have Sanctuary of the Skon. I remember playing this level for hours as a kid, getting lost, being unaware that the levers were high up, and that offered a unique platforming element to this game I'm not sure exists just as much as it does in any previous levels as it does in this one. And further props to the protectors of the artifacts, the centaurs. What an amazing fight to have them in these arenas protecting the keys to be able to progress through the level. This level for me gets a well-deserved 11th spot. Coming up next we have the Sistan. Now I know a lot of people really hate this level, but for me it's extremely unique and offers something to the game that no other level does. The level starts in a small room where you must pull a lever to open a trapdoor. From there the level opens up in front of you as you are greeted by the arena, or should I say your puzzle room. This level is difficult, it really is, but the unique perspective with the lever that can flood and unflood the level is what makes this level brilliant. And that is why I am propping this level up at a greatly appreciated number 10. In at number 9 we have the first of the Egyptian levels, and the Panthers, that being City of Carmoon. As an introductory Egypt level, it definitely didn't disappoint. This level is stunning. You're first greeted by the Sphinx of Carmoon, and the further you go, the more immersed you get, with the hieroglyphs on the wall and the Royal Navy blue on the sides. It really does give you that feeling that you are in an Egyptian tomb, with the vegetation on the side which is upholding the beauty. We are now down to single digits, where I would place this level at number 9. Swiftly on to number 8, we have the respectable City of Vilcabamba. That's right, level 2. For me, this level is perfectly placed right after caves, where you kind of went in a straight line. City of Vilcabamba is different. It's open, you can swim, you can find keys and secrets, and it really shows you what is capable in Tomb Raider and kind of what more to expect. Oh, and let's not forget them flying guillotines that I know everybody got hit by the first time they attempted to get past them. This level is amazing. There's not much to critique on this. I'm putting this at number 8. Up at number 7, we have Obelisk of Carmoon. This level is such classic Tomb Raider. Pull 4 levers to bring down 4 drawbridges, pick up 4 items, which then you put into 4 item slots, which opens the final door. And what really makes this level amazing is when you actually backtrack into the previous level of City of Carmoon. It sort of returns you back to that beginning bit when you were first introduced to the Egyptian levels. This one is brilliantly designed, and placing it at number 7. The next level is of course Coliseum. Modelled after ancient entertainment, this level is so intelligently designed. Not only do you have the Emperor's quarters where he would watch the battles unfold, but you also go down into the zoo areas where the lions and animals would be kept, ready for battle. If you can get past the endless hordes of enemies in this level, you can really stop and admire its beauty. I think that this level has rightly earned its spot at number 6. Next up is a level of pure nostalgia. That being, of course, the caves. Now maybe I am ranking this level so highly because of my attachment to it from a nostalgic perspective. But if you think about it, this is the level where it all began. This is your first experience with Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, right here in the caves. The level is simple and tutorial-like, but it sets the tone immediately. You're alone in the dark atmosphere, the wolf footprints are on the floor, and the sounds of the bats are around you. You really are alone on this level. There could not have been a better way to start the Tomb Raider series than this level. Therefore, I'm giving it a number 5. Next up, we have Tomb of Qualopec. I cannot emphasise enough just how perfect this level is. This level to me is what Tomb Raider is all about. There's few enemies, there's multiple puzzles, and it works in that typical Tomb Raider fashion. Solve 3 puzzles to pull 3 levers to open 3 gates, which gets you to the Skon. Oh, and let's not forget the fight with Larsen, the first human you encounter other than Lara Croft. This level is perfectly done, and is a peak example of what a Tomb Raider level should look like. That's why I'm placing this at an amazingly well-deserved and respectable 4th place. We are now down to the final 3, and I know this one is many people's favourites. That's right, it's of course St. Francis's Folly. This level is probably the first most actual challenging level. It's a big skill jump from Tomb of Qualopec and the levels before. But what amazing level design. One big room, tons of levels, keys, Greek gods and challenges that you have to overcome to be able to unlock the final door. The complete aesthetic of this level is beautiful, and let's not forget one of the hardest secrets to obtain throughout the whole of Tomb Raider 1. This level is probably the most memorable level from all of the Tomb Raider series, therefore I'm giving it a number 3. And for the runner-up of this video, we have Lost Valley. This level sends you on an adventure. In my opinion, this is the best looking level in the game, with the shrubbery, greenery, waterfalls and collapsed bridge. And I think as a kid, everyone can remember the terror in their hearts when they first saw the Tyrannosaurus Rex coming through the valley. For me, this level never gets boring, and I think it's probably the most iconic level throughout the entire game. That's why I'm putting this at the runner-up at number 2. And here it is, in my opinion, the best Tomb Raider 1 level of all time. It is of course Palace Midas. This has been my favourite level for quite some time. It just seems to me it has a little bit more extra care put into it than the rest. The level works well to intertwine and loop back on itself, but in slightly different areas that are either higher up or could not be accessed before. It uses a unique puzzle involving levers and also has the pesky fire trap that I know no one managed to get first time, unless you're me of course. But I think above all, the main reason this gets the number 1 spot is, well, because you can turn Lara into gold. For these reasons, it is my opinion that the best level in the whole of Tomb Raider 1 is Palace Midas. And there we have my rankings of worst to best Tomb Raider 1 levels. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. What's your least favourite level and your most favourite level within Tomb Raider 1? Thank you for watching.